free. Call the vein experts at 1-800-WEST-MED and set up a free consultation and vein screening today. Varicose vein treatments are covered by most PPO insurances like Aetna, Anthem, Blue Cross, United Healthcare, Cigna, and many others. Call 1-800-WEST-MED, that's 1-800-561-9000, or visit westmedical.com.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of LifeSource Water. Put your family first and get healthy water today with LifeSource. As a mom and new grandmother, it gives me comfort knowing my family has clean, safe water from every tap. Bath time is especially enjoyable knowing that my grandson is not sitting in a tub of skin-irritating chlorine. Call now and receive free basic installation at 800-WATER-99 or visit us at lifesourcewater.com. LifeSource. Taste and feel the difference.
10:45 here. Mike Simpson and Bob Brill. Donald Trump headed back to one of his resorts. He's fine after the shooting at the rally. The photos just terrible. Blood on the bleachers. 1 dead, 2 critically injured. More to come right here. We'll talk with a security expert or hear from one after a traffic report. Here's Sabina Mora.
Thanks, Mike. Going to go to South LA into downtown Los Angeles. Traffic really backing up here on the northbound side of the 110, just past Vernon. Getting reports of a crash taking up a lane, and backup is gauged. Some southbound slowing leading to 10 and over to the crash as well. Harbor Gateway, that was several vehicles that collided. Southbound 110 past the 105, and traffic is slow leaving the 105 connector. Leftover slowing on the northbound side of the 57 in Diamond Bar. That's from Pathfinder to Grand because of that earlier wreck. Eastbound 91 and Imperial Highway, the left lane is blocked with an accident, and traffic is slow approaching. If you're trying to get into Anaheim Hills, it does open up to the 241. And fortunately, that SIG alert, West 91 before University, all lanes now open. They did cancel the SIG alert. SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5s from the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
Just seeing this, too, there is a pursuit tonight, eastbound 10, San Gabriel Valley. It's gone past Barranca. We'll keep on watching that for you. More coverage now. The shooting of the former president. There's a rally in Pennsylvania.
I didn't want to start you for Denny.
We talked to him earlier about the shooting.
Oh, not for Denny? No. Okay.
How something like this could even happen.
We're starting to get some more information on this rooftop where this where the alleged shooter was. And I'm looking at a map of where Trump was speaking, where the grandstands were on the fairgrounds here, and where the building actually is. It's about 480 so feet away from the actual rally. And that leads me to the question, shouldn't security have been a little further out than that point? Shouldn't security have... Yeah. I mean, this was a business, and again, all preliminary, but this is a business apparently where the shooter was en route, so it would have been obviously a private business here, but that's not very far away.
No, it really isn't. And if that's accurate, Brian, then we have a significant problem on the advance, what's referred to as the advance. Advance is the preliminary work that's done to assess risk prior to the event. So if it was at 480 feet, or 480 yards or 480 meters, if that was in fact the case, then the people that were supposed to be doing the threat assessment on that particular event prior to the event are going to come into question, because that's an area, a building, and that's a range that needs to be mitigated.
Well, and who do we look at for that? Because I saw something that it's, Secret Service at the rally itself, but that maybe they contract out for security in those outlying areas. What can you tell us about that?
Good question, Vicki. No, that's all the United States Secret Service. They come into a city and they completely take charge of that event. And they will have Pennsylvania State Police, maybe Allegheny PD, I don't know what it was, what the other police departments in concert with Pennsylvania State Police that would have worked with them on that. But it's clearly the U.S. Secret Service coming into that conference room, Vicki, and they're laying down, this is what we need and this is what I need you to do. So they're supervising that effort. And in part of that threat assessment, you have to look at all neighboring areas as to where this can take place. So if that is correct, what Brian was saying, if that comes back to be what that source was correct, then we have a significant problem as to how the threat assessment was done.
Where does this go forward? Not the investigation, but in terms of, we have months to go in a presidential campaign until we get to election day and even the weeks before, if you're in a state that has early election, early voting, how does this change, if it does change, what needs to be done both for the president and for the former president?
Well, I can tell you that things will change now, but they shouldn't have to, because the level of preparedness should already be at a heightened level, and that's unfortunate, but it should have been that way. It probably is going to have to increase now. The issue that we're looking at is going to be this knee-jerk reaction to what happens here, and now what happens at the RNC and the Democratic National Convention. So both of those are going to have a heightened alert. If there's another debate, that will be a heightened alert. Any other public appearances will be a heightened alert. My point is that should have been in place without this happening.
Security expert Paul Viola said there, and to that point, CNN is quoting some of the Trump campaign managers as saying, yes, additional security is coming into place after this. Two of them telling staffers in a memo they're still horrified at the attack. They say they hope it'll bring our team and the nation together. They condemn all forms of violence. They're not going to tolerate this kind of rhetoric. Campaign managers say the convention will continue as planned in Milwaukee. They're going to nominate the president, but there will be extra security in place. There's a pursuit going on right now. If you're on the East 10, we're going to check on this because this guy in a silver car, maybe a Cadillac, I can't really tell from this angle, it looks like it, has been weaving in and out of some of the other cars on the freeway. Let's go over to Sabina Mora. Where is he now, he or her?
Yeah, that's right. It is a Cadillac. It's a silver Cadillac. They're saying 2015 to 2018, possibly tinted windows. Really hard to make out exactly. Well, he's on the 10 freeway eastbound. He was leaving. He's getting into Claremont now. So he was leaving the San Gabriel Valley, but now heading eastbound, so going into the IE, getting towards Indian Hill. So we could see him really getting over to the Inland Empire very, very soon. He's going 112 miles per hour, so very dangerously, like swerving in between vehicles. So we're looking at some very dangerous speeds here and a dangerous situation, Mike, with him swerving in between vehicles. And fortunately, he's on the freeway right now, which is not crowded. I'm looking at the 10 eastbound if you're trying to leave West Covina to get over to the IE through Montclair.
Look at that shoulder now, yeah.
Oh, yeah, very, very dangerous. And it's a shooting suspect that they're after, is what we're hearing here on the scanner. And yes, a Cadillac, 2015 to 2018, tinted windows. I'm not sure how many individuals are in there. Obviously the driver, but not sure who else is in there. And the chopper's kind of losing the signal off and on. So it looks, because he's leaving the San Gabriel Valley and getting into the Inland Empire, it looks like they were losing. Oh, he's in Ontario now.
Okay, yeah, he's heading into Ontario. Can't tell if any units are behind him, but they got the sights on him. They got the choppers overhead with the news, and then the eyesight from the sheriffs and the CHP choppers. So we'll keep on this one, but pretty dangerous when he gets too close to cars. I mean, he's got some other lanes to go in, but he keeps on coming right next to some of the other cars that are on the freeway.
He almost clipped a few cars.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking, almost getting way too close to a couple of them. So East 10, headed into the Ontario area. Watch out for this guy in this silver Cadillac. We'll have more in just a couple minutes. It's 10:53.
Whenever it happens, and wherever you are, we are.
Dude, for real. Yeah, how are you? Sounds like you. You're the guy. Wow. Yeah. This is awesome. Living the dream every day.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection is KNX News 97.1 FM.
Vacation season is heating up at the OC Summer RV Show, offering sizzling discounts July 12th to 21st. Bargains so massive they've taken over both sides of the 405 freeway. Free parking and admission at Mike Thompson's RV Fountain Valley, closing out all 2024s and introducing 2025s. It's your opportunity to save thousands on a spectacular selection of motorhomes, adventure vans, toy haulers, and more, with hundreds of RVs at clearance prices. The time to buy is now. In store and online, MikeThompson.com.
Do you know how easy it is to get started on that dream kitchen with the kitchen store? It's just a few clicks at 310kitchen.com to book your free appointment. Mike Simpson here. The kitchen store in Culver City has been around more than 50 years with the experienced designers who will get you exactly what you want. Beautiful cabinets, all different styles, all price ranges. And right now, they've got the big sale going on. 1 year same as cash financing. 310kitchen.com. Book that consultation right there. Culver City, next to the 405, 310kitchen.com. Or on the phone, 310 Kitchen.
Wherever I travel, I've learned that local knowledge is the key to a great journey. But so is knowing a language. And that's where Rosetta Stone comes in. They're now offering a lifetime membership to all 25 of their languages. You can dabble in French, try a little German, Japanese or Swedish. And you can now get 50% off Rosetta Stone's lifetime unlimited subscription. Visit rosettastone.com/radio today to purchase and then learn for life. That's rosettastone.com/radio.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Another update from CBS on the shooting at the Trump rally at 11 o'clock. Right now, this pursuit on the 10 going into Ontario eastbound, and this driver got into some traffic for a second. Now looks like he's going through a construction zone, still going 70 miles an hour. Sabina Mora.
Oh, yeah, he was going up to 112 miles per hour, they were saying, and there's construction at Holt. So if you're headed east on the 10, trying to leave Ontario to get to the 15, there was construction. Looks like he just passed it. And so if he's still on the 10, he's going to get into like Bloomington and Colton, and there's no construction there, but yes, very dangerous. He's weaving in and out of traffic, almost hit a couple of cars already. I was hearing about multiple people in the vehicle. First it was just the driver, but possibly multiple people. It's the pursuit of a shooting suspect. It's a Cadillac, silver color, 2015 to 2018, tinted windows, so really hard to make out what's happening as far as how many individuals are in there. But they have, obviously, law enforcement overhead, media overhead. We're following this, and he's still through Ontario at the moment, leaving Archibald. But he's getting really close to the 15. I don't know if he's going to stay on the 10 or continue here, or take the 15 freeway instead. So we'll see.
He's getting so close to these other cars. There's been so many near misses, and it's, I mean, there's traffic, but it's not super heavy, but it's not like he's also taking a wide berth into some other lanes. I mean, he's coming right next to these other cars.
Definitely getting super close, dangerously close. And like I said, if he's getting to the 15, we'll see if he changes freeways. Right now, he's on that 10 eastbound, leaving Ontario, getting closer to Bloomington and Fontana. So we'll see what he with his driver actually does. Very dangerous situation going.
Shooting hours during your 60
report coming up
11:05 in Los Angeles. And then after that shooting, after one of those two suspects fell to the ground after he was reportedly shot in the chest, we're hearing that there may have been an officer involved in a crash on the 110 freeway before this pursuit went eastbound on the 10. And that's where we find ourselves now, eastbound on the 10 and driving through Ontario.
We work for 98% of men in just a few minutes.
We are coming up on that. And let's see if there's any
in-person surgery. Our telemedicine platform now brings this virtually 100% effective solution to your doorstep nationwide. You can be ready for her with confidence. Call 800-896-3100. The first 100 patients will receive 10 extra doses of ICP medication for free when you sign up for a treatment program today. Call 800-896-3100. That's 800-896-3100 or visit BostonMedicalGroup.com.
Do you have coins, jewelry, or precious metals and are looking to sell for top dollar?
Hey,
Bill
are we
Deacon,
back with you now?
CEO and owner of Tangible Investments, has become legendary by beating his so-called competitors'
looks like
offers
he's
on
getting
these
on
items
the
by as
ramp
much as 500%.
on the northbound 15.
Diamond ring that's
So
been an
eastbound
heirloom in my
10 to
family for many
northbound 15.
years. So I went to a
This is
local
right
jewelry
past
store.
Ontario International Airport.
$600. I just wasn't comfortable. I took it down to
Very light traffic.
and they
This
offered me
driver
over $6,000.
doing speeds close to 90 miles per hour.
Stories like these are why Tangible Investments has become America's top dealer in precious metals, jewelry, and collectibles, and why Still has been featured on CNBC and quoted on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. Over the past 30 years, Tangible Investments has bought billions in collectibles. That's billions with a B. Right now, demand is through the roof. Still encourages all his clients to shop the competition and then call him last. You'll be amazed at the difference. Guaranteed. Call now for an absolutely free, professional, no-obligation appraisal. 800-885-1400. 800-885-1400. 800-885-1400.
This is the first we've seen since News Shop Report got overhead on this pursuit. Lights and sirens. But yeah, this car's still driving blacked out. Law enforcement in hot pursuit. We had at least one crowd unit. As we zoom out and get this car back into view, here unit still has midnight sunlight shining on it.
Available now on the Odyssey app
Still
or
doing
wherever you
speeds
get
in
your
excess of
podcasts.
100 miles per hour. No
Always
headlights.
live on the free Odyssey app.
KNX and HD Los Angeles.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Donald Trump's fine after the shooting at his rally is seen posting video of him coming down the stairs of his plane. The caption, strong and resilient FBI now giving an ID to the shooter. More on that to come. CBS coming up. Our shooting suspect in the pursuit here locally, changing freeways on the 15th now.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Any law enforcement units on the ground.
11 o'clock.
This driver accelerated again, and
On the hour.
as I zoom out,
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
you can see
6 to 8
this black and white.
fired at a Trump rally Saturday night. The former president says on his True Social website that he was shot in his ear. He is okay. As he was surrounded by Secret Service agents, he appeared to
15
yell,
southbound,
"Fight,
Rancho
fight,
Cucamonga."
fight."
That's correct.
CBS News Pittsburgh reporter Lauren Linder has more.
Secret Service agents rushed former President Donald Trump off stage after shots were fired. Moments after he began speaking at his Saturday evening rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania.
We had what we're calling an assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump. It's still an active crime scene.
The Secret Service says a moment
Yes,
the rally
yes,
was
we've not
killed.
seen this
A
yet
doctor standing
in
nearby
this
found
pursuit,
the
but
performance
even as we come up on other vehicles here, this point is closing the gap with this pursuit vehicle.
left the stage.
Others were injured. The FBI has identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Brooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. CBS's Nicole Stando says the Secret Service has been tightening the security around Trump and others.
Secret Service has already added
Let me
more
zoom in and try to
manpower
get a better
to the detail.
look at
Bolstering
this,
the
Dan.
security footprint.
I can't get a clear read on
Secret Service protectees.
the make
That
and
means
model.
not just the former president, but his family.
And unclear if this could be a stolen vehicle. We don't have much information about him as the car or the vehicle itself. But again, this may have started with a shooting. This may have led
Airstrikes
to
hit a
another.
designated humanitarian zone in Gaza Saturday, killing dozens of Palestinians. The Palestinian relief agency's Louise Wateridge visited a nearby hospital.
Doctors looked extremely fatigued. This is now a daily occurrence almost for them to have these types of injuries to be treated, and they have very limited supplies. The healthcare workers themselves are in great danger.
The well-known sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer has died. CBS's Michael George says she led a full and fascinating life.
She was born Carola Ruth Siegel in Frankfurt, Germany in 1928. Her parents sent her out of the country to escape the Nazis. She never saw them again. She studied psychology at the Sorbonne in Paris, later earning a PhD in education here in the U.S. at Columbia University.
When I talk about sex, it's not to shock, but to educate.
Dr. Ruth created a nationally syndicated radio show, hosted her own TV show, and became a best-selling author of more than 40 books.
She was 96, and Richard Simmons has died. The flamboyant fitness guru died Saturday. He was 76 years old. This is CBS.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From the downtown LA Law Group Injury Health Studios.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Good evening, I'm Bob Brill at 11:03 at KNX News, 97.1 FM. Firefighters in Fontana working on putting out a massive fire at a pallet yard. It broke out around 8 o'clock tonight and quickly spread. Fontana Fire Department Public Information Officer Jeremy Kern tells KCAL News not only are they working on knocking down the fire, but removing the fuel, which is driving it.
We set different contingencies as the fire spreads, and we'll be working with on-site property as well as adjacent property. For an incident like this, it requires a lot of personnel and heavy equipment. So we'll be responding with our front-end loaders and our dozers, as well as probably hand crew to assist firefighters to start to break all that up. In many cases, we'll start to remove the fuel around it, eliminating vehicles or anything else as the fire starts encroaching on those other surrounding properties.
And the air quality is going to be bad all night into the morning, so people who live nearby should stay inside. Regardless of political affiliation, we should be able to express ourselves without fear. Art Sanders says that's the rallying cry for one longtime standing gun control advocacy group in the aftermath of the Trump rally shooting.
The Brady campaign on gun violence has been working on gun safety laws since the 80s when Jim Brady and Ronald Reagan were shot. Sheikah Hamilton with the campaign in California says our state is well ahead of others in fighting gun violence.
California, in the past 30 years, through the legislation we have passed in that time, has reduced gun deaths by 49%. If the rest of the country would follow, we would be saving many lives. And that's the story, is that we need to re-examine the federal gun laws. For example, the assault weapons ban. The assault weapons ban, after it expired, fatalities in gun massacres went up 347%.
She's calling on Republicans to move for common sense gun laws nationally and hopes the issue will be addressed at the Republican National Convention. Hamilton says 100 people die every day from gun violence in the United States. I'm Art Sanders, KNX News 97.1 FM.
More on our continuing coverage of the Trump rally shooting coming up right after we check traffic. It's 11:05 at KNX News 97.1 FM. Time to check the freeways. Here's Bruce Towers.
All right, Bob, thank you very much, and good evening to you. This police chase, this pursuit that we were following, this vehicle, this Cadillac CTS, late model, well, not an older model, is now headed up towards Fontana on the northbound side of the 15. Last time we checked, it could be heading up towards the Cajon Pass right now, but we lost our feed on it, and so we're trying to find out exactly where it is, and we will let you know that is for sure. But we still have some other issues going on the freeways as well. Like in Diamond Bar, on the northbound side of the 57 at Grand Avenue, there's a four-vehicle crash that's still blocking lanes, that's still opening up. And where this Cadillac was, in Ontario on the 10 East, you saw a lot of construction going on, or there was a lot of construction going on. So that's between Euclid Avenue and the 15. And then we have a new vehicle, a new crash. This is on the at the 4-level interchange on the 110 North at the 110 South. This is a two-vehicle crash that's over on the right shoulder. Then on the 110 North at 51st Street, this is headed up into Montecito Heights. There is a
where the lawmakers, where the former president will be in person. We'll see even sort of a tighter grip on who is able to get into the arena, double-checking credentials, making sure folks who are entering are allowed to be in there. So, certainly conventions are already sort of a chaotic time as far as, flow of bodies and logistics, and this is just going to add to that. And I think we'll see even a tighter, perhaps more chaotic process as we move forward the next few days.
How does this impact, do you think, Joe Biden? As you know, there's an effort to get him out more publicly, to have him be in sort of more looser, venues to prove that he is not the Joe Biden that millions of people witnessed during the debate a couple of weeks back. Is this going to make that much more difficult to accomplish?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it's very interesting because, the Biden campaign and Democrats have sort of been wondering if the Republican convention this week was going to kind of shift the news cycle, take the spotlight away from President Biden and calls for him to step aside, and essentially buy him time because people were less focused on his place on the ticket. Now you have this massive news event that is going to shift the spotlight away from the president, but it's going to have this effect of rallying supporters around Trump. As we said, certainly Republicans are already, standing in line. I think independent average Americans are going to see this and have reactions to it. So the spotlight's going to be away from President Biden, but not in a way that's rally Democrats in his cause necessarily. So I think it certainly bears watching to see if this quiet calls for him to step aside and people just accept that he would be the nominee, encourage him to get out there more, as you said, or if we continue to see that drip, which will certainly at this point be overshadowed not just by the convention, but by the aftermath of the shooting.
That's a reporter for the Hill. Samuel's covering the Trump rally. More on the Trump coming for you right here on KNX News 97.1 FM. Just to recap what happened, shots fired, half a dozen shots or so at least, when just shortly after the president began speaking, he was hit in the ear, and there was blood on his face, but it looks like he was just hit in the ear. We'll hear more about that as the coming days go forth. And also the fact that the shooter, a 20-year-old man from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, was shot by the Secret Service. He was on a rooftop not far away from where the rally was taking place. Well, more on all that coming up right here. Stay tuned on KNX News 97.1 FM. It's 11:23. We'll be back after a break.
Shots fired at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania.
Take a look what happened.
A series of explosive sounds just about 5 minutes in. For what you need to know. So far, it appears stay with KNX News 97.1 FM.
Vacation season is heating up at the OC Summer RV Show, offering sizzling discounts July 12th to 21st. Parking so massive they've taken over both sides of the 405 freeway. Free parking and admission at Mike Thompson's RV Fountain Valley, closing out all 2024s and introducing 2025s. It's your opportunity to save thousands on a spectacular selection of motorhomes, adventure vans, toy haulers, and more, with hundreds of RVs at clearance prices. The time to buy is now. In store and online, MikeThompson.com.
What's up, California? Kevin Hart here to tell you to try my tequila Gran Cormino. I have 3 smooth 100% agave tequilas with sweet finish, an Añejo finish in cognac barrels, a Cristalino, which is finished in red wine barrels, and my brand new Reposado, the sweet vanilla finish. Gran Cormino is a tequila made with hustle and heart. Get it? $1 from every bottle you buy and support small businesses in your community. Now get up and get out there and buy my Gran Cormino tequila is made with 40% alcohol by volume. Jersey City, New Jersey.
Spectrum delivers with fast and reliable internet. And with Spectrum One, you get even more. Spectrum Internet, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line, both free for 12 months. Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile. Get it all together with Spectrum One, starting at just $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's 11:24. I did mention that the shooter was from Bethel, Pennsylvania. Now, Bethel Park is not in Butler. Bethel Park is it's a suburb of the city of Pittsburgh. And that's where the shooter was from. The deadline is quickly approaching for Mr. Trump to choose a running mate, the candidate for VP. Sources say he has narrowed his pick down to 3 people. Here's Robert Costa.
He's keeping it very close to his vest. In fact, Trump campaign sources say he wants to announce it, if possible, at the convention next week. They say he's thinking about the unveiling almost like The Apprentice, the reality show he once hosted. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, and Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio are the finalists, we're told, but Trump is pinballing in the final hours about the decision.
And we'll have more on this coming up. A special report from CBS coming up in just about 6 minutes. And now it's 11:25 on KNX News 97.1 FM. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5 is brought to you by Alday Comb. Let's check in with most hours.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. We're going to start off in downtown L.A., and this is on the 110 North at 3rd Street, where a crash has been reported there. And then in South L.A., a couple things right across the freeway from each other. This is on the 110 North at Vernon Street, where all lanes are stopped there right now. And this is for a car versus a police cruiser, so just beware of that. Also, on the other side, just across the freeway there on the southbound side of the 110 North, 110 South, I should say, at Vernon, there's a 2-car crash working there, and also lanes are stopped there. You're backed up to Exposition Boulevard. On the northbound side, you are backed up to Florence Boulevard. And now let's go to downtown L.A., the Fort-Level interchange. There's a 2-vehicle crash just north of the 101, and that is blocking lanes. And then on Diamond Bar, on the 57 North at Grand Avenue, 4 cars are blocking lanes there. And as far as our pursuit goes, this is out now in the desert area. This is on the 15 North, past the 138, where I believe the vehicle is now into the desert area, headed over towards the Victorville area. And we do see some slowing going down the hill at the Summit Terrace, so there may be something going on there. As a matter of fact, just want to check something. Nope, that's some Caltrans work. And, well, the next report's coming up at 11:35, connecting you every 10 minutes on the 5s from the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
All right, let's take a look at the weather picture. We're giving you the temperatures here. Burbank 69 degrees, and Norwalk 72, downtown Los Angeles 69, 70 degrees on LA's Miracle Mile. It's 11:27. I have a special report on the aftermath of the shooting in the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, coming up in just 3 minutes.
What you need to know. Turn on 97.1 FM. People love California Deluxe Windows because we are innovative. Swing to clean windows, the strongest locks in the industry, custom fit windows and doors with no broken stucco pops. People love us because our process is easy. Same-day quote, measuring their window frames for free, no fine print warranty. It's because we are innovative. Our installation technique is so precise. We do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips. We wouldn't crack one. That's the benefit of easy. We make the install process easy. No broken stucco is easy. Innovative. Easy. Custom fit windows and doors by California Deluxe Windows. Right now, get 30% off your entire order. Call 800-890-7400. 800-890-7400. That's 800-890-7400. California Deluxe Windows. Easy and innovative. Innovative and easy. Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
Ooh, what was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance, he must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With range of supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat.
charismatic and flamboyant personality earned him video and book deals, frequent radio and TV appearances, and his own syndicated TV shows.
Excited to be the Pied Piper of health.
Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Simmons was 76, and Dr. Ruth Westheimer has died. For a time, she was everywhere dispensing frank advice on once taboo sexual topics. She died surrounded by her family at her home in New York City on Friday. Dr. Ruth Westheimer was 96 years old. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. We offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today.
From the downtown LA Law Group Injury Health Studios.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Good morning at 12:03. I'm Art Sanders. A political action group that works on the problem of gun violence in America is weighing in on a Trump rally shooting, the assassination attempt. The organization that passed the landmark Brady bill that established background checks is condemning what happened in Pennsylvania. The Brady campaign on gun violence works to create gun safety laws. Mika Hamilton, with a campaign in California, hopes that the events at the Trump rally will have the same impact as when Ronald Reagan and Jim Brady were shot, with Reagan a Republican supporting gun control legislation.
I don't want to predict. I really don't. I pray for the many people that suffer every single day. 100 people die from gun violence every single day. So for their sake, because it's not just about the popular people who get injured, but it's about the day-to-day gun violence. I hope they take a real look at their policies and make a change. I hope this doesn't go the opposite way. So I am praying that they take a second look at what kind of America they really want.
Hamilton hopes the issue of gun violence will be addressed at the Republican convention. She points to success against gun violence here in California, with legislation passed here over the last 30 years that has reduced gun death by 49%. CBS News campaign reporter Olivia Rinaldi was at the rally. We asked her if she thought all the shots were coming from the same area.
I can't quite say for sure. I had, a security agent who was with me who said that this is from him, not me. He had eyes on some of the shooters, sorry, not shooters, but the Secret Service agents that are on the top of the farms that are scouting the area. And he saw them, and he saw, what could have been return fire from them. Again, unconfirmed reports, everything. There's a lot of information out there right now, but this is from an eyewitness who was with me and what he saw. So unable to say if all the shots came from the same direction or if some of it was return fire, but we do know there were several shots that came towards the crowd. Unfortunately, hit some people in the crowd and killed them.
President Biden says everybody must condemn the suspected assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. And coming up straight ahead, we have comments from House Majority Leader Steve Scalise on the attempted assassination attempt. We'll get that for you right now. It is 12:05. Let's take a check on traffic. Here's Lou Stowers.
All right, Art, so good morning to you. Good Sunday morning to you as well. I want to thank tipster trucker Celine, who has been sitting in the Cajon Pass and first alerted us to this high-speed chase that ended past the 138 at the scales, headed down the hill from the summit there. And he just called in again, so thanks a lot. So he just passed it in the right lane. CHP and has just opened up the right lane, and checked out the 3 left lanes. The car and everything else going on, the law enforcement activities going on the right lane. So that should relieve the congestion pretty quickly, but you're still backed up to right around Cozy Dell there, and going up the hill. So just know that. Or if you want to, let's do about a mile back down the hill there. So Sigler's working in East LA. This is on the 710 North connection to the northbound 5. That's close until 12:30. And it looks like the main lanes have been opened up. So just know that. Also, some spectators flowing. Also, could be some activity on the southbound side of the 710 at the 5 as well. So that's why you're stacked up on the southbound 5 coming out of the East LA interchange. A little bit of slowing on the northbound side as well. Connecting you every 10 minutes on the 5s from your Irvine Auto Center, 24-hour traffic center.
Today, it's going to be morning low clouds and fog again, then sunshine, highs low to mid-80s for LA and Orange County, upper 80s to low 90s in the valleys. Still 104 in the deserts, so still warm, and 70 along the coast, with the temperatures moderating just a little bit. You're currently on the Miracle Mile at 66 degrees at 12:07. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise commented on the attempted assassination of former President Trump on CBS. If you recall, Scalise himself was seriously wounded in a shooting in 2017. He said he was texting with Trump after the incident.
Yeah, we texted back and forth a few hours ago. I told him I was praying for him, and he's doing well, and he texted back that he's doing fine. Obviously, a lot of concern early off when there was a lot more unknown about his injury, and then we found out more that there was another fatality there, that somebody killed, that was a spectator at the rally, and we pray for everybody involved, and, glad the shooter's down, and, still a lot more questions, but just alarming that something like this would happen at a political rally with the former president, that he was able to come to this.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise has a message for Americans.
In the greatest country in the history of the world, and we have big political differences. We did 240 years ago when our country started, but, the way we settle our differences at the ballot box, that's what makes America unique. We cannot tolerate political violence, and, we've seen some of it brewing over the last 2 years. At the same time, we all need to be vocal in speaking out against it, and as you mentioned, when I was shot, President Trump came to the hospital at night and, consoled my family. I was in a coma for 3 days, but, he and I still talk about that a lot, and he was there for me. I reached out to him because I want to be there for him like so many other people want to be there for him, just praying that he's okay.
Scalise recalls his own shooting.
And back then, I almost didn't make it through. There were a lot of miracles. But like today, law enforcement were there for me. I'll never forget David Bailey and Christopher Brown, Captain Police. The shooter and the shootout to keep all of these people alive. And today you saw the Secret Service agents immediately rushing to Donald Trump to keep him safe. And the shots were still being fired. When I watched the video today, you're the top of the shots. Shooting down, and it just went back and forth. Memories of that day in 2017 because it was very, very similar. And I made it seem like it was going on for hours. And just the bravery of law enforcement and like this today.
Having said all that, Scalise also pointed the finger at Democrats, saying in a statement for weeks, Democratic leaders have been fueling ludicrous hysteria that Donald Trump winning re-election would be the end of democracy in America. Clearly, we've seen far-left lunatics act on the violent rhetoric of the past. This incendiary rhetoric wasn't stop. State local officials condemned the shooting of the Trump rally. Governor Newsom, violence has no place in our democracy. My thoughts are with President Trump and everyone impacted at the rally. California Governor Gavin Newsom, LA Mayor Karen Bass. What happened in Pennsylvania is unacceptable and tragic. Political violence has no place in our nation. Wish former President Trump full recovery. My thoughts are with all those impacted. LA County Sheriff's Department statement, the agency will continue to monitor this evolving incident and will be increasing patrol checks as a precaution. Currently, there are no specific or credible threats to LA County. The sheriff's statement said LAPD issued a similar statement. Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff, horrified by this apparent assassination attempt. There is no place for political violence in our democracy. Absolutely not. Grateful for the swift response by law recovery. House Speaker as one whose family has been the victim of political violence. I know firsthand that political violence of any kind has no place in our society. I thank God that former President Trump is safe. We have more news ahead, and we'll get the latest on this. More on these gunshots fired, one dead. Donald Trump wounded at that rally in Pennsylvania. 2 SID alerts to update for you coming up in 4 minutes. It's 12:11.
Those labs are full of noise.
Trust one source in SoCal to sort out what's really happening.
KNX News
97.1 FM.
You don't have to lose your hair. You can fix that hair loss guaranteed at Advanced Hair. It's a one-day treatment. Life-changing results. Just use my name, Mike, to save money up to 25% off at AdvancedHair.com. Put in Mike when you book.
casino resort in the Southland 2 years in a row. We're welcome. Good times for everybody.
Most people don't think about a lawyer till the cuffs go on, but you're smarter than that. I'm attorney Darren Cavanaghi, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFFS. People in Southern Cal know to put 1-800-NO-CUFFS on speed dial now, because no one looks good in handcuffs unless you're into that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to her favorite pop stars concert. Do you A, wear earplugs? B, remember the moment with matching concert t-shirts. That's going to be $180. Or we can just take a photo. C, show her how you used to do concerts. Or D, just roll with it.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Good morning, I'm Art Sanders. Coming up on KNX News 97.1 FM, more about what happened when a man opened fire at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Will the assassination attempt tone down the rhetoric and bring people together? Those stories coming up in the next 15 minutes. Right now, though, it's 12:15. Got 2 SIG alerts to tell you about. Here's Lou Stowers.
Yeah, Art, the first one is in the Cajon Pass. This is on the 15 north past the 138 in the scales. This high-speed pursuit that we were keeping track of, this Cadillac that was going over 100, well over 100 miles an hour, finally came to a stop. And right now, lanes are opening up. The 3 left lanes, at last report we got from a tipster, said that the 3 left lanes are opened up. Everything is over on the right lane, so people passing by are probably taking a peek at that with all the law enforcement there.